Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sunshines. Where are you at? What time of the day is it? Nice to see you. How are you doing? How is everybody? Are you okay? Do you need to go outside and touch some grass? Just saying. I don't know. All I know is that it has been flooding. It has been flash flooding in town. It has been flash flooding in Death Valley. It has been flash flooding outside of Tacopa. It has been flash flooding in a lot of places. And welcome to Monsoon Season 2022. I'm your host, Jennigives, and come along with me while we just do a very smaller video about what's been going on for the last 4 days in town and in my surrounding neighbors. Next to my swamp cooler, drinking a hot cup of coffee out of my super cool mug that I found for 10 cents at the Goodwill. But that's not why I came on today. I came on to introduce this video. I am working currently on a history of flooding in Pahrump. Specifically to Pahrump because I could pick, Nye County is giant. Nye County is the third largest county in the United States. The last 4 days in July of 2022 in Nye County and Death Valley have been a little bit high. Welcome to Flash Floodland. Flash floods. I don't have a flash flood song. Maybe there is one. Okay, so I turned that off real quick. It's really humid. It's very humid here, which is not normal for us. Normally in where we live, there's very little humidity, which is how I can handle living in 100, 110, 115, 120 degree weather on a regular basis. I'm going to give you some places that you could follow if you are interested, because maybe you're coming to visit and you're not sure where you should look. Las Vegas has been flooding inside the casinos. Don't really tend to go over towards Vegas. I tend to go over to my neighbor Death Valley or Tacopa or Shoshone or Amargosa, Beatty. You know, I tend to go west. So what you're going to see is just sort of what happens in town when we have these flash floods. A lot of folks don't realize that we flood in the desert, and part of the reason why we flood is different than currently. There's some floods going on in Kentucky, but our flash floods, it's normal to have a flash flood when it rains and we have a monsoon. It can happen anywhere at any time. I'll go into more detail about specific how flash floods work in the history of flooding. I just really wanted to drop this now since it's currently going on now. A lot of the roads are back open, but some are not. The road from Shoshone to Baker was hit pretty hard. I will show you where you can go to look for road conditions online. And I'll just include just some different footage that I have throughout the town. That's after I finish my coffee. I just woke up and made coffee and sat on my floor to talk to you. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be here for when I drop the history of flooding video. Feel free to put on notifications. And if you're really feeling it, smash that like button because it's free 99 and it helps pump my stock. Shout out to CoffeeZilla. I love that channel. Even my tripod is getting wet and slippery because my door is open. Because I thought it would be a wise idea to open my door and have some fresh air. And as you can see, there's a small flood coming to the steps. This is a example of flash floods in the desert by using my front porch. Hear that? Get some towels out. The entire cabinet is covered in water. Oh my God. Lord help me. The door slammed shut. I didn't realize the door wasn't attached. I thought I had clicked the door shut or like attached it to the RV, but apparently it's not attached, and I'm not going to open it back up right now. It's better not to have a flood inside the hauler because it's still raining really hard. Okay, that thunder was so intense it rattled the hauler. Okay, that's fun. In the very front of where you come into my hauler, because I was so focused on, oh my gosh, it's raining and the door's open and I can capture footage. And it's just a little bit of water, so we're fine. Thank you for sending me the clips for my car. This is going to fix a problem that I have and have some spares. The thunder seems to be moving further away. It's still raining. And my front porch, or little walkway, it's just a walkway. I love you. As much as you may think you want to go outside, you do not want to go outside. I'm not releasing you to the rainstorm. No. Okay. Oh, my door is soaked. Alright. Here's the aftermath. As you can see, Lake Riley. It is about 2 hours later. It is beautifully sunny. The water is soaked up and it's about 100 degrees outside. I went in the house to make lunch and it rained again. And it's sprinkling lightly. I'm keeping the camera angle low because I'd like to keep my house on the down low.
I love it for dirt bike riding because it kills the poof dirt. But right.
This is, ooh, you hear that? This is Friday night. This matches the flood warning I just received. My house is on the other side of that cloud. Whew.
Lightning storms, you know, would hit, but we had this little single wide trailer. And
yeah, the thunder was rumbling I was shaking my trailer.
Yeah, we got enough rain the other day. We got enough rain to make the weeds grow. So
yeah.
The sun's gonna come out and the weeds are gonna go crazy.
Night! I think I caught one thing.
It's about every 40 seconds.
Here we go. See that flag right there? gorgeous sunset right next to this giant lightning storm. I'm gonna zoom back out. Oh, you see that? I got some more lightning? Maybe. Okay, now I'm at the corner of Homestead and 160. But now I got this storm and lightning coming towards me. I just missed lightning. This is like 3 minutes later. You can still see the beautiful sunset happening right over there. But legitimately, lightning is coming towards me. I probably should just get gas and get home. Maybe it's a good idea. Okay, so this is totally new. Ooh, there's lightning again. There's lightning. I gotta get home. But check this out. You pay for your gas and they give you a code. So they can't accidentally give the money to put on some other kind of pump, and or nobody can pump the gas before you get there. It's fascinating. I didn't know anything about this. I've never seen this before. We've got flooding over there. We've got the guy. This is what Basin looks like with maybe half hour of rain, heavy rain. Hasn't been that much rain. It's been maybe a half hour. You can physically watch the clouds move. They're moving that fast. Basin, as you will see when we look at last year's flood, is that's an area that gets a lot of water. The cones are not up because of the flooding. The cones are up because we got a new road. Driven through, up, oh, you see that? I drove up and around and I'm on the other side of the monsoon. And there's some nice lightning. I seem to have impeccable timing where I wait and then as soon as I turn the camera off, there's lightning, but that's okay. That's partially because I can't just keep my, whoa, look at that one. I can't hear the thunder anymore. So the thunder is ahead of the lightning. But this is normal. This is normal. It's just what happens because you live in the desert. Okay, there's no more sunset. It is, oh, there's some more lightning. It is monsoons everywhere. I keep missing the lightning cause I'm moving the camera. I missed that one. And then there's one off to my right. Because I don't necessarily have wide angle lens. Ooh, I'm not sure if I picked up a glimpse of that. I don't even know how people get lightning photography. Probably it's not your cell phone. Because I film on my cell phone. There's a little bit there. I need to, whoa. There's so much lightning going on that I can't even capture it all. There's a bunch coming off to the side here. It goes from the right to the center to the left. There's the center again. They must be getting pummeled on the other side of town. And I'm sorry if this footage is not very good, but I'm trying my best. I've never really filmed outside at night, a lightning storm. I am staying put. I want it so you can see the rain coming. Yeah, but you can kind of see it if I look like that. The emergency alerts and flood warnings continue to keep getting pushed out. An example on the map of game bird, and one of the best places to figure out what's going on is our Nye County Sheriff's Office, which has their own Facebook page. This is game bird in 160, the main road into town. Now Homestead crosses over game bird. Here is someone's front yard, what was going on in real time over off of Homestead. In case you were unaware, Nye County Sheriff's Office used to be on Live PD, and it is now on a news show that's just like Live PD, but it's not on the A&E network. As the south side of town was getting flooded, I ran outside to take a video of the fact that we were relatively dry, and then proceeded to stand in a pile of angry red ants by accident, which I will say was absolutely horrible. I got bit quite a few times. Nye County scanner traffic is another resource that we have in Nye County to keep tabs on what's going on around town in the real time. As Pahrump was dealing with flash floods, so was Death Valley Junction. Rain came down Pyramid Peak and flashed south towards 190 into Death Valley Junction. What you are looking at is the intersection of 127 and 190. You would be turning west to go into Death Valley. Always remember, pull over. Do not try to drive through flash floods, and if you think a flash flood may be coming, get to high ground. Here we are the next day, and two more resources that collect information are Nye County, Nevada, and the Town of Pahrump. Let's go back to Death Valley Junction. There was some slight flooding in some of the colonnade rooms. That just happens at the junction. There's protocol. We live in the desert. The Opera House is okay. There was a little bit of water that came in, but it was not flooded. Like in 2014, when the water was as tall as my knee. Yeah. That was a flood we'll talk about at a later date. Other great resources are following the actual national parks that you would like to go to. Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge. You can follow Death Valley at the National Park Service. Website is there. You can pause and check that out. When something goes national, like a flood, some death, or possibly heat, you can find news sources like Channel 5 in Los Angeles and Channel 8 in Las Vegas will pick up stories. This was the road from Shoshone to Baker. Random side note, stumbled upon the fact that we did some cloud seeding on Friday at Mount Charleston, which is right next to me. I have no idea if that has anything to do with the rain that came. Not pretending to know that. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you understand how that science works, because I do not. Like I mentioned, hi little bird. What are you doing? I'm filming on my kitchen floor and I'm looking out the window and there is a little bird and he has discovered my tomatoes. I only have a few. Well, actually, maybe he's not going for my tomatoes. Maybe he's going for some bugs. That was really cute though. He had a little yellow hat. A little yellow hat on his head. Figuratively, not literally. Thank you for coming along for some Nye relevant news. Please remember to be grateful, make good choices in your own adventures, and I'll catch you on the flip side.